bearers of the sevenfold burden, for the balance of the elements light in ruin, and the scared relics of earth, water, fire, and wind now slumber in shadow, their power unyielding, save those who prove their worth through trials wrought by the very fabric of creation itself. For the earth demandeth steadfast strength and an unyielding heart to endure. As wrath, the waters required the yielding of spirit and harmony amidst the chaos of its boundless depths. The fire, calleth of the
That's a bit targeted, don't you think? That's a bit targeted.
We change direction. Okay, fire calling the tempering of fury, with mastery and the courage to wield its consuming flame, and the wind, elusive and untamed, doth yearn for the boundless freedom of a soul unchanged by fear, daring to leap into the unknown with naught but trust in the unseen. Only through such trials dire and unrelenting shalt thou awaken their slumbering might, and in so doing restore the harmony of the elements, upon which hangeth the fate of the realm, now tethering upon the brink of unmaking, where darkness riseth and hope withering in its shadow. Oh my god.
Whoa, that's a big blue one!
That's actually
Holy shit!
Hey, the Norse! I read about the Norse.
Okay, wait. Lu as the shadow deepened, and the realms trembled neath the weight of growing darkness. The gods of ancient Dominos.
Dominion, idiot. Oh no, Aileen, I see another one that you gotta struggle with, and it's...
Okay, the minions steer from their celestial thrones, their hands reaching forth to shape the fates of mortals and immortals alike. Poseidon, lord of the surging seas, doth rise in wrath and splendor, to shield his blood, the daughter of tempest and fury. From the perils of this mortal plight, though his... Shut up. Though his vengeance may yet rend the fragile bonds betwixt the chosen. Hades, keeper of the underworld, gay doth cast the gaze upon the abyss with a hunger most unholy, offering... I lost myself, wait.
Take time.
Offering his counsel and favor to those who dare to powerly, though the price he demandeth may stain the soul for all eternity. The Norse pantheon, led by Odin, the Allfather, oh god, looking upon the dark...
Didn't know we had the whole cinematic universe here.
Deep sigh after you read the Allfather. Like, oh no, not this fucker. You read so much.
Looking upon the darkened tide with grim resolve, deeming it both bane and boon. Whilst Loki the trickster with guileful mirth seeketh to turn the chaos to his own cunning purpose, sowing discord amongst ally and foe, and from the heavens of the Christian firmament deceived the host of angels, their tongue speaking riddles divine and bearing, tools of celestial light, urging the faithful of stand against the encroaching night, though their guidance common shrouded in mystery and their true intent remained to violate.
Am I retarded? Since when was this sign here?
It's been here for a long time.
Ah, damn.
I don't want to see the Allfather, man. Not again, this dude. You don't want to meet the Allfather. He's a bold man.
Wait, no, actually, Aileen, did I sleep with a child of Poseidon? I just realized.
Yes.
Oh no.
You're gonna have fishes and children.
No, never mind.
Holy Jesus!
Oh my goodness!
Aileen,
We
you're
are-
gonna have fun with this one.
We are back to the thick text!
Hey,
No, guys,
I see
look
twigs.
how much. No, look how much it is.
I know how much it is, and Aileen, I'm sorry, but you're gonna suffer.
Behold the All-Father, Odin, he who seeth all
Father.
and holden the runes of fate, a being eternal whose wisdom floweth as the rivers. Why is the text so thick I can't see? Of the time and whose might standeth unchallenged save by the gods themselves. He's the keeper of Yggdrasil, the world tree, whose roots doth pierce the 9 realms and whose branches thus cradle the heavens. From its scared well he drinketh no knowledge vast, yet his sight remained ever clouded by the wails of destiny, unfilled. His right eye, given freely in exchange for wisdom at Mimir's well, is the beacon of his unseen, while his spear, Gungnir, never for fuck's sake, strayeth from its marks, a weapon of inevitability and unringing purpose. Lu, Odin, is not mere sovereign of Asgard, but one of the for fuck's sake, what are those words? Triumvirate, eternal, at ancient 3, who doth govern the fabric of creation itself, alongside his stand in 2 great forces. The Lightbringer, whose hand guides the law of heavens and earth, and the Abyssal Weaver, whose Abyssal Weaver, whose strength in the chaos, and the void wherefrom all things are born, and to which all must return. These 3 are not allies, not foes, but weavers of the great loom. Their wills and wide and opposite, shaping the universe through strife and accord in equal measure, yet the All-Father's purpose is his own, and his gaze now falleth upon the shadow, that his gaze now falleth wait, what?
His gaze.
Fuck. That creepeth across the realms, to him shut up! The growing darkness is both threat and opportunity, a force that may either shatter the balance he doth cherish or forge anew a world more fitting to his design. His counsel is sought, his favor is feared, for Odin's aid oft cometh at a price beyond mortal reckoning. In his dealings there is both wisdom and guile, for he hath long walked the line twixt justice and ambition, never striving to mold the threads of fate to his choosing. Thus the All-Father remained ever watching his ravens, huging and mooning.
Sorry.
Mooning, whispering to him of all that past.
Oh yeah, there's more. Whispering to him of all passes within the mortal and divine realms alike, he doth stands as both guardian and architect of the cosmos, a being whose will and power shape destinies, at whose hand moveth unseen behind the trails of triumphs of gods and mortals alike.
Yeah, I'm sorry for making that joke, Aiden, that was on me.
You know when we had fucking 2 Dark Alien Ninjas in the server?
Yeah?
Martin, can I have my boat back? Martin.
What if it just means that the fucking universe is collapsing on itself?
Oh, finally, I was waiting for this. Martin, get in.
Do I need to read anymore? Like, are we done?
Strike lightning if Alien needs to read more text. Oh.
Guys,
sorry.
I'm standing a little bit too close for this bullshit.
Strike lightning
Michael,
if Martin can explode.
No.
No.
Thank you, Mount.
I don't wanna read.
Think of the Akbar.
Oh!
Why do we keep getting every
Wait, how long is this for? Okay, it's not so long.
The converse of divinity and sin in a time when the realms of gods and mortal were yet young, a shadow unbidden and did rise. born not of a light nor dark, but of the void that lay twixt all things. This eternity, nameless and formless, devoured the boundaries of the cosmos, swallowing stars and where was I?
And
Thundering the threats of fate. It was known as Nyx Thermir, or however you say it, the World Eater, a being that could not be slain by gods alone, for it dwelled beyond the reach of essence woven in the fabric of creation itself.
Wait, did you say World Eater?
Yes.
I'm gluttony. I eat everything. Is that me?
Galactus.
Dude, it's even your color!
I'm gluttony.
I
I eat everything.
The heavens were thrown into turmoil, and the triumph...
What was that?
And the triumvirate of the universe, the All-Father Odin, the Lightbringer of the heavens, and Hades, the keeper of the underworld, did call a great council. To this gathering came the mighty Greek pantheon with Zeus and their helm, the Christian host of angels led by Michael and Michael the Archangel.
Ankle! Aiden, we know you have ankle likings.
I have the feeling I have a dyslexia.
Michael, I'm sorry, but these zombies are really targeting you here. Like, look at
Wait,
this.
What aren't they?
Christian host of angel led by Michael the Archangel and the
Michael,
seventh
get out of the
sin.
sin.
Mortal ties gave them a unique connection to the void that divine counsel to fathom. At first, the gods were divided, their minds set upon their own solutions. The Greek gods, bold and tempestuous, sought to smite Nyx Thermir with sheer force, while the Norse gods, wise in the ways of destiny, concealed caution, speaking of the need to weave a trap within the threads of fate. The angels, seer of irradiance, sought the pure to the void with divine light, yet their purity left them vulnerable to the void's corruption. The seven sins, mortal and fallible, spoke to the shadows, offering a dark wisdom born to the flaws. The void cannot be slain, it must be filled. The quarrel amongst the gods threatened to consume the entire council, and the void crept even closer, devouring the edges of reality. It was then that Odin, who saw all paths yet to be walked, did speak. Only through your union shall the void be undone, for we are each a fragment of the whole. Light, dark, mortal, divine, almost become as one, to weave a weapon capable of feeling that which lieth beyond us.
Fuck me sideways!
We're gonna be here for a while.
The Trials of Unity. I feel like I'm reading a bad story for children. So.
You're reading a fucking Bible here, Alien. I'm sorry.
Dark. I just wanted to say you're reading a Bible.
No, this one is about all the things that exist, I think, really.
The Trials of Unity. A pact was forged, one born of necessity. I can't read. Not trust, yet time grew even more dire. Each fraction was tasked with gathering a piece of its cosmic essence, required to craft a weapon that could face the void. The Greek gods, with Zeus leading them, ventured deep into the depths of Tartarus, the prison of the Titans who seek shards of Nyx. The primordial goddess of night, whose essence was imbued with the very fabric of the cosmos. The Norse gods, led by Odin, journeyed to the roots of Yggdrasil, I don't know how you say that, the world tree, to harvest its sap, the lifeblood of creation itself, imbued with the power of shaped destiny. The angels, pure of unwavering, ascended to the Empyrean, the highest plane of light, to capture the purest essence of divine radiance, capable of banishing the void corruption. Oh God. The seven sins, whose mortal ties were both blessing and a curse, descending to the mortal realm, seeking to gather the raw emotion and desires that bound humanity to the void. For only the flawed soul could bridge the gap between creation and destruction. Each group faced trials that tested their very nature. The Greek gods' pride nearly doomed their quest in Tartarus, for their hubris was their greatest enemy. The Norse gods, ever wise, were tempted by visions of Ragnarok, the world's end, and as the sought of essence of Yggdrasil, the ancients, unaccustomed to mortal fare, struggled against the voids whispered in the Empyrean, while the seven sins, forced to confront their own flaws, learned to unite their fractured selves into a single purpose.
I hope so.
At least you're not the reading one.
Aelin, you sounded like a tired teacher.
Man. Since we're gonna choose fucking Jesus, just choose already, man.
No, it's literally lore how all the creations got together. Why we have different religions. Oh goodness gracious!
Okay, Aelin, again, this is a lot shorter one. This is the full text.
This one doesn't give us much of a fun.
The final confrontation. When the fragments were finally brought together, a weapon was forged, a blade not of steel, but of essence, called Etherbrand. What the fuck is that name?
Yeah, can you give him a Walmart?
It could cut not only through the flesh of Ying's Thiriel, the World Eater, but thought the threats of its being, that there was a price. The weapon required a wielder of both mortal and divine essence, one who could withstand the void's pull and the god's wrath. It was lost. What?
Alien.
What? It was lost, the most fractured and flawed of the sins, who stepped forward, declaring, We are all pieces of broken whole. It must shatter further to restore it. So be it. Against all odds, the sin, gods, and angels placed their trust in lust. It was mortal hard, anchored in divine and dark essence alike. Together, they marched into the heart of the void, where the World Eater awaited. The battle was fierce, with the gods and angels fighting as one to tote the creature at bay, while Lust, wielding the Etherbrand, struck the fatal blow. Yet doing so, Lust was consumed, their essence dissolving into the void to seal it forever.
So, Alien,
Ooga
ready?
booga, ooga booga, ooga
Michael, ready?
booga, ooga
Yeah.
booga, ooga booga.
Okay, Alien, go! Oh! The moon, it just turned night. The moon is still moving. What? Okay, we're back, yep! Alien, you're still invisible. God damn it, Alien.
Imagine if the Saints are gonna type, what the fuck are you doing?
They just get fucking mad.
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Fourth One? Corruption of the nether and the mind. In the deepest reaches of the universe, beyond the veil of light, there exists a realm corrupted by force unlike any other. It is the nether, where shadows devour the edges of reality, and the
Alien's
light
mad
itself
right
is fleeting memory, slowly fading into the eternal night. This place is not simply a dimension, but an entity into itself, feeding on fear, doubt, and the very essence of creation. It is alive, and its fluence extending beyond the physical realm into the minds of those unfortunate enough to cross its thresholds. Within the nether, there's another time. It's a male force, fractured into endless moments of torment and despair. Every breath feels like an eternity, and each passing second weighs heavy upon the soul. It is a place where it loss of reality beyond the twist, where even the strongest minds can flatter, and the darkest fear can take shape. The corruption of the nether works in a way that defies logic. It doesn't simply alter the world around it, it invades the very essence of those who step in its domain. It begins at subtle whisper, a gnawing at the edges of thought, questioning reality itself. It feeds off the mind's insecurities, twisting them into monstrous shapes that grow within every passing moment. Fear self-doubting, and pride become tools of the nether. The bent will of the corrupted break down the barriers between what is real and what is imagined. The mind once soaring becomes a battlefield. Thought once clear become clouded, fragmented, as it begin scattering like dust in the wind. The more one struggles against it, the deeper the corruption sweeps, until every thought becomes a potential enemy. Even the mindset gods, those who have shaped the cosmos, are not immune to its influence. The closer they draw to the heart of the nether, the more they feel the sanity slipping away, as their thoughts begin to fracture and fall apart, much like towers crumbling to the ground. The nether thrives on the fragility of the mind, and it's the shut up, and it's the dimensions nothing is scared. Memories once cherished becomes twisted reflections of what they once were. The line between good and evil blurs, and those who once stood as paragons of virtue find themselves questioning their very existence. Even the strongest divine entities like gods or angels will find themselves stripped of their sovereignty as their nether reaches extend into the recess of their beginning. How much is the more? Yes, you're hot, Franco, we get it.
No, not like that, alien!
Let's talk about
Thank
it.
you.
Oh,
Here, for those trapped within its grasp, there is no escape, as its realm where self-identity erodes, leaving behind only a hollow shell. Ugh. The struggle against the corruption becomes a desperate plea for help, as those affected cannot discern whether they are still themselves or they have been consumed by the darkness. The constant presence of the void gnaws at their very soul. Please, someone's microphone, I can hear myself.
Sorry.
Void gnaws at their very souls, breaking down their will to fight and replacing it with an overwhelming urge to surrender. But, where's the but? But, even with the madness, a spark of hope remains. The very essence of the nether, its corruption holds. With it the potential of rebirth.
No, I'm sorry,
the
which
darkest-
fucking fixture of my torso bun?
How did you join?
Sorry, go on.
Evie, we are reading something. Wait, the darkness not consuming, it's not without purpose. It tests the strength of the spirit, forcing those who face it to confront their deepest fears and insecurities. Only by embracing the shadow within can one hope to emerge from the abyss transformed and whole. Yet, to do so comes at a steep price. The mind must be willing to face its deepest horrors, to comfort the part of itself that it has hidden away. The transformation is not a peaceful one. It is a violent rebirth where the old self is shattered and remade. As the gods, angels, and mortals band together to face the growing darkness, they must also face the darkness within themselves. The nether corruption serves a mirror showing them not only the external threat, but the inner turmoil they must conquer if they are to survive. It is not just a battle against the external force, it is a battle for the soul itself, a test of inner strength where every decision shapes the fate of not only the individual, but the realms themselves. In the end, the only way to defeat the nether's corruption is through unity, not just among the divine and mortal, but within the heart of each individual. By confronting their fears, embracing the light within the darkness, and learning to balance both, they can reclaim their minds and their world from the abyss. But such a victory is not without sacrifice for those who venture too deep into the nether. The darkness may provide the great, and they may never return. The struggle against the nether is not merely a battle for survival, it is a test of what it means to be truly alive, to find meaning in the face of annihilation and rise above the shadows to seek to claim them all. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Aiden, take your time.
Take a breath.
No, it's fine.
Oh, holy shit!
The darkness and the withering soul, and the shadows depth of the nether, there exists a force older than
Stop
time
pushing me, I'm trying
itself,
to read.
a force that is tied to very essence of corruption and decay. This force is not just external entity, but consuming, present capable of eroding the soul. It is touch akin to the cold grasp of a soul sand gritty. Sorry.
Gritty?
I'm sorry. And unyielding. Pulling all life toward it, binding the soul in a suffocating embrace. The deeper one ventures into the influence, the more one feels the weight of that pull and oppressive force that bends and breaks the very fabric being. In the heart of dark abyss, the traitor, once a faithful follower of lust, yeah, we all know that, now twisted, consumed by the growing darkness, has become a living vessel for this corruption, and as the darkness deeps dwell into their soul, their body withers away like shivers remain of forgotten flowers, slowly being turned to dust by the very power they once sought to wield. This fate, this is the fate of those who succumb to the shadow. The soul, once vibrant and full of potential, is slowly pulled apart by the darkness, eroding the spirit until only hollow shell remains. The traitor's skin, once a symbol of their humanity, is now marred with the decay of the nether. Each day their form grows weaker and the body crumbling as if it were no more than sandcastle battered by external storm. The darkness as it grows within them eats away at their very essence, consuming the light that once was shone with. But this decay is not just physical. The darkness binds itself to the soul, entwining with the very core of their being. It is a bond forged to the deepest pits of the nether, where the soul is cast into the soul sand, a place where the soul is cast into the soul sand, a place where souls are trapped internally, suffering as they are absorbed into the very land. The wither, that fearsome creature born from the souls of the damned, is but a manifestation of this corruption. It is creation of the darkness itself, born from the remains of the lost and broken. In the same way that the wither is formed from soul sand, and the souls of the departed, the traitor too is being forged anew. And the fires, I thought it said fries, in the fires of corruption, each breath they take drawing them closer to the darkness that will one day consume them whole. Is there more or not?
Yay!
Once there were two traitors on. Wait, what did I just... Once there were two, the traitor and the one who remained loyal, but now they are split, a fragment of light remaining in the heart of the traitor. Where was I? Here.
No idea.
And split, and the rest consumed by the ever-growing darkness. It was in that moment of division, when the two were torn asured, that the traitor became an instrument of the corruption. The good within them was banished to the resonance of their soul, hidden deep beneath the layers of shadow. The bad, the darkness, and the twisted hunger of power rose to the surface and took hold, driving to them seek more power, more destruction, more ruin. Oh my goodness. As the darkness began to consume them, it was no longer just a part of them, it became them. Okay, the light they had once carried was suffocated, buried beneath the weight of their sins. The body too began to wither, a reflection of their fractured soul. The skin, once vibrant and full of life, now grew ashen and cracked, as though the very essence of their being was decaying from the inside out. I lost myself, where was I? Oh, here. The corruption spread from their core, feeding to their very soul, just a nether soul sand feast on their soul of the lost. In this state, the traitor was not mere a person. They are a reflection of the chaos and destruction that has engulfed them. They are the wither, a walking manifestation of death and decay, the very existence of blight upon the world, and like the wither, they are now bound to the nether. What? To the soul trapped within the internal grasp. The darkness grows stronger with each passing day, feeding on the traitor's anguish, their regret, their pain. It is a cycle that has no end, a never-ending spiral of self-destruction. Yet, within the traitor's soul, the last remnants of light still flicker. It is a fragile flame burned deep beneath the darkness, but it is there. And perhaps, just perhaps, that light could just rise again, if the traitor is willing to confront their own inner torment. But the cost is steep, the darkness is what has consumed them, will not let go so easily, and the price of redemption may be more than they are willing to pay. The other sins are bound together. By their shattered power now stand divided. They know that the traitor's soul is slipping away, consumed by the very darkness they once sought to wield. They must decide to do their sacrifice to the traitor to end the curse, or do they seek redemption for a soul already lost to corruption. The darkness watches patient and eternal. Its tendrils reaches deeper into the traitor's being. The wither, its form growing even stronger, is a harbinger of what awaits the soul if the darkness is allowed to consume all. I had no idea that was my part of the lore.